Hello everyone, welcome to this following session on GRASP. Myself Sudeep Samanjai and I'm alumnus of Indian Institute of Science Bangalore. Today we have a special speaker on our platform and I'm sure his stats and life is going to amaze you. I mean, why not? He had opportunity to get into some of the top institutions like IIT, AIIMS or any medical college across India, and still he did his justice to KVPY All India Rank 4 and joined Indian Institute of Science Bangalore and is currently pursuing mathematics major here. So let's welcome Sarvagya Jain. And speaking about Sarvagya Jain has marked himself in Hall of Fame of All India rank holders of 2019. He has secured All India rank 4 in KVPY, All India rank 15 in AIIMS exam, All India ranked 195 in JEE Advanced, All India ranked 39 in JEE Mains, and All India ranked 53 in NEET. Yet, he is one of the most down to earth person I have ever come across, intelligent and humble. And I'm proud to have associated with him in some of the flagship events in Indian Institute of Science in the past. And now, gladly, we are associating on this channel. So, hello, Savagya.
Yeah, hi.
How are you doing? How is ISC treating you?
Yeah, I'm fine. IISc also fine. Now, recently, we have an offline semester coming up, so I'm looking forward to it. After a long
And
time, we are going to be on campus and then attending classes offline.
yeah, that's the most exciting part. And
Yeah,
that's where the biggest fun lies. But anyways, and also how has your math major gone so far and how are things?
yeah, it's fine. I mean, we have been 2 semesters into the maths major curriculum, and it's going well. We have studied a lot of new things, and I'm looking forward to the next semester as well.
That's really great to know. And so, Sarvagya, coming to your your life and stuff like that. I mean, your especially your journey. So, why did you had an opportunity to join All Indian Institute of Medical Sciences or any IIT for any branch you aspired for, and what made you choose Indian Institute of Science above all of it? Of course, Indian Institute of Science itself is in one of the pinnacle, and obviously we managed to bag world rank 1 in the domain of research quality, keeping MIT and Harvard behind. But still, science is kind of very new to the Indian student ecosystem, and students are really exploring stuff now. So definitely, you can provide your insights forward and let the students know.
Yeah, so first of all, IISc is definitely a good college and it's one of the best colleges in India. So that was one of the reasons. And then secondly, I was really interested in sciences and in my 11th and 12th, I was really interested in physics. So I joined IISc because I wanted to pursue physics. But now it turned out that I'm more interested in maths. But in general, I was more interested towards science and research part of it. So I thought that joining IISc will be a great opportunity for me. And it's going well currently as well. So I think it was a good decision on my side to join IISc. And so also I don't I didn't like the curriculum of medical colleges and engineering colleges, and IISc curriculum was very broad and we had more freedom to choose our courses. So it was also one of the factors that led me into choosing. And the campus is really beautiful and like we have a lot of space for playing and like many other facilities are there, and it's in the center of Bangalore city, and Bangalore city is quite famous for all the facilities it has. And yeah, like there are multiple reasons for which I chose ISC. I can't count them.
Yeah, that's definitely nice to know, and especially IAC being in Bangalore and Bangalore being one of the coolest city.
Yeah,
That's
the
one of the
weather is
reasons.
really nice.
Yeah. So, so by when did you get to know about KVPY and what was your journey? Can you throw some light on it?
Yeah, so I think I got to know about KVPY in my 10th end or maybe after 10th end, yeah. So in 11th start, I got to know about KVPY, and then So in 11th when I started, so I studied some mechanics and all, and I got interested in physics a lot. So after reading physics and then learning about KVPY, I thought that I should give this exam so that I get into IISc. And so I gave KVPY essay initially, and I got a rank of 192. But since getting into IISc is so competitive, so I thought that a rank of 192 might not be safe enough for me to get into IISc. So then I started preparing for KVPY SX as well the next following year, and then uh, yeah, so it was almost the KVPY SX syllabus is almost same as the NEET syllabus. So I just kept preparing for my competitive exam, keeping in mind the goal of KVPY SX, and then yeah, it turned out quite well.
That's fantastic. And so, can you speak about your journey of preparation? KVPY
Yeah.
exam is around the corner for students, and also the struggles, challenges, and hurdles you face during the course of preparation, and what factors, inputs, or traits helped you to overcome these hurdles.
So first of all, I don't know if this is a problem with current batch, but in my batch there was a problem of online exams. Like KVPY was the only online exam at that time, and then afterwards JEE also became online. But KVPY at that time was the only online exam, and I had little to none no practice of an online exam, so I had to give some mock papers online and that stuff. But mainly the problem was of I think the main problem was of conceptual questions. Like in NEET, we our physics is very easy. The physics syllabus is very easy, and in KVPY, you can find lot of challenging questions in the physics part. Bio and chemistry is almost same. Chemistry is exactly from NCRT, so you won't face any problem in that most of all. But in bio also they ask multiple conceptual questions that are not given in books like NCRT, and you need to study beyond that. So I solved multiple practice papers and solved previous year papers to find out such topics that hot topics that are relevant to the exam. And the main problem I faced was during KVPY essay, I got to know that my interview score was quite low. So I got a decent score in theory paper, but in the interview, I got a low score. So for next time, I prepared for the interview as well, and then I brushed up some concepts before going into interview. And yeah, so in the interview, it's quite quite an art. Giving an interview is quite an art. You need to know what to show to the instructor and how to display your skills there. So that's what I practiced. You need not be flashy there. You just need to show you know the concept there. So main hurdle was giving an interview because in KVP most of the people have never given an interview before this exam. So it's a new experience.
That's very true, man. I can totally correlate. Yeah. So, what was your like once you got to know that you got All India rank 4 in KVPY? So, what was your response on the how did you feel basically? That is something which
Yeah, so
butterflies.
first I had a sense of relief that I can get into ISC finally. Like if I cannot get at AIR4, then I don't know at what rank I'll get into. So first of all, I had that relief that now I'm finally into ISC, and secondly, like it was good knowing that I have a single digit rank. But the main relief was that going into ISC.
That should have been a huge relief. In fact, considering how
Yeah,
competitive KVPY, at least now it has become like very competitive. A lot of students are looking up to pursue their passion in science, and of course, in the future, even research is going to boom on a wider scale. Especially Corona virus literally taught us, literally showed us a new market. That's when
yeah.
every company was running under research to cook everything from whatever researchers identified in the past and eventually come up with a result which can help us to counter this pandemic, and we were successful to a really great extent. So of course, like, yes, choice that we all are in this field. And coming to the next questions. So basically, the KVPI exams are around the corner. Students are going to face it on 9th Jan. And as there is a saying goes, exams arrive faster than they appear. In no time, students will find themselves in the middle of the exam hall. So A few words of motivation and guidance for them.
Yeah, so I think the main motivation will be just to keep calm and go in the exam hall and do whatever you do the best. Like start with your preparation at home, but what you did in your home practice, how you solved the practice papers. Don't change your strategy in the exam hall. Just fix to your strategy that you had in your own practice, and then yeah, and I don't think that it's a big deal if you go into the exam and you're not getting questions. You just skip through the questions you don't get and just keep on doing the ones you get, and that will have a positive feedback. And you will do the next new questions, and you will find some motivation on doing that one. So if you are stuck on some question, just leave it and come back to it later. Just keep on doing the ones you get earlier, and uh, so first thing, if you are giving KVPY SX and if you are a bio student, then I will suggest that you do bio part first, because you can go through the questions quickly and just uh, finish them. Then you can do the chemistry section so that you will have insufficient time for physics and you would have done a significant portion of the paper earlier. That will give you some that will give you some relief that you have done a significant portion of paper and you have scored some marks, and then you can do the physics questions quickly, and then you can just like relax a bit, so you won't have any problem. For math students, I'll suggest that you do the chemistry portion as quickly as possible, and then do the physics theory questions and all the theory questions that are possible. Also keep in mind this is an objective paper, so you can always do the option elimination tricks and all, so that will also help you a lot in the paper. So it's nothing different from a competitive exam, it's just a normal exam. And nowadays you will also have practice of online exams, so that won't be an issue as well. During the interview you need to keep calm because they'll ask you a lot of questions and you might hesitate a bit. So you can always say that you are not familiar with something, try to avoid that. But if you are really not familiar, don't guess in air and just leave the question. Just tell the examiner that you are not aware of such thing, and they will understand that nobody knows everything, so they will obviously understand that. And yeah, just keep calm and nothing will go wrong. Like how wrong can something go? Like that doesn't matter. Even in interview, that's really subjective thing. But if you do well, then you will do well. So uh, yeah, that's what I'll say. Like in the interview, it can be tough because you need to know what you are doing and you need to show them the derivations. In the objective paper you can do option elimination, but in the interview they'll ask you everything. So be prepared with lots of concepts that you are going to when you pick your favorite topic, just make sure that you are aware of the concepts behind that and all the derivations concerning that topic, so that you will be, if you do that, then you'll be fine.
Oh, that's really helpful, Sarvagya. And coming to the guidance part, so can you throw some light on addressing time management for KVPY and on important topics for the exam and some of the must-do things related to the KVPY as well as the subject end of KVPY?
Yeah. So first of all, that time management during the exam is similar to what I said in the last question. Just if you are a bio student, try to finish bio part first as quickly as possible. Then do the chemistry portion. Leave the numericals for the last and just do the theory questions like organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry. Then do the physical portion and then go to the physics part. Okay. And I'll suggest that you take bio and chemistry as your second section because you need to choose only two subjects. But if you are strong with physics, then choose physics, because physics is bit lengthy. But if you're strong with physics, then obviously you should choose physics because it's the strongest portion. And if you're a math student, then it may be a little tough for you, tougher than bio in terms of time management. But it is doable. Many people do that. So just keep on practicing at home. Keep track of how much time you are taking in each section, and just follow the same strategy when you go into the exam hall. Try to finish chemistry portion faster, and then do the theory question in maths and physics. Try to do as many option eliminations as possible. That will save you a ton of time. Yeah, that's for the time management. And for the subject, like the main topics that you need to be aware of in biology, there are some topics that are not in the NCRT syllabus, like for example SDS page, antibody structures. So you need to be aware about them. I'll suggest that you go through the question papers, previous year question papers. There are multiple questions on those topics. You can solve them, you can read about them on internet, that will be sufficient. And for chemistry, it's mostly NCERT. Just follow NCERT. For physics, if you are if you are preparing for medical entrances and you are primarily focused towards medical syllabus, then I'll suggest that you solve a bit high level questions, like at least at the level of JEE Mains, or previous KVPY questions will give you an idea of what level you should solve. And if you are an engineering aspirant, then most likely it's of the level of JEE Mains and Advanced. So that won't hurt you a lot. In maths, you need to be aware of some conceptual things, and yeah, that's maths is not too lengthy in SX paper, but you need to be aware of the concepts, and they'll ask you mainly about like calculus is obviously an important topic. Calculus has always been an important topic in every exam, so you need to prepare that well. And yeah, overall, I think the paper will be conceptual. It is doable. If you manage time, I'll suggest that you solve a lot of practice papers. There are previous year papers available on the KVPY website. You can find them. And yeah, whatever you find difficult, you can either search in some reference book or online and read a bit. Do some side reading. Just do not read the answer and leave it, because that same question, I don't think it will come again. So if you are doing some background reading, then it may come that some, like, it may happen that some variant of the question comes in the paper and you are aware about that. So do some side reading, that helps a lot. It helped me like in my preparation. Even in essay, in KVPY essay, the same strategy works. In maths, you will find some nice questions. Like in maths, it's not that easy. They'll ask you some puzzle like questions in essay paper. Like it's not straightforward school syllabus that you'll find till 10th. So you need to prepare a bit. You can either solve some pre-RMO questions or RMO questions that are of the similar flavor as the KVPY paper. Yeah. So that's my suggestion for the time preparation.
That's
And
that's great from you, Sarvagya. And coming to the last question, which is actually not a curiosity bit to the students, but and we also know somewhat that you were more focused on the one of the end, and you also, but still you managed to get like so good JE ranks parallelly, while your focus was more towards the medical end. So we are all curious about that secret.
yeah, so actually the motivation was also behind that was coming to IISc. So what I did was I finished my syllabus of biology and etc. till November, and then I started studying for, like, I need to come to IISc and I need to know some maths because here maths is a compulsory subject. So I started preparing some like JE level maths in that term, so that I am up to speed with all the other people coming here. So
Oh,
yeah, so I think like that was a big motivation behind me studying maths, and that resulted in the JE rank that I got. So like I already studied like NCRT and school level maths for my school exams, obviously. So I had some background. It was quite easy for me to just catch up to the things that were done in the JE syllabus. Yeah, and that also helped me in KVP, and that also helped me in first year of this college. And now I'm a maths major. I'm more interested in maths than any other subject.
that's a fantastic story. And first of all, Sarvagya, thanks a lot for being a part of this channel and providing your experience. I'm sure that our viewers would definitely take from whatever you have spoken, and definitely it's gonna add a lot of value into their life, as well as their preparation, as well as their surrounding students preparation as well, if they can bridge a proper discussion and provide these thoughts to them. And nevertheless, it was fantastic to have you on our platform. To all our viewers, we hope you enjoyed, we hope you learned a lot from this talk, and we are looking forward for you to engage more on our platform. So please like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel for more videos with more amazing speakers from more amazing institutions, both across India as well as across world.